Hello everybody, it's Alex Goddard here. Welcome back to a brand new Doctor Who video, and it's about time. Doctor Who Series 11 is right around the corner. Only a few more days away until the beginning of Doctor Who Series 11 is finally upon us, which will air on Sunday the 7th of October 2018 at 6:45 PM UK time, as well as in America it will air on the same day but at 1:45 PM US time. Now, up until this point, there's been a lot of news concerning Series 11. There's been many teasers, articles and trailers building up to this upcoming series. And so, welcome everyone to my final Doctor Who Series 11 preview, where I'll be discussing of what we know so far, and I'll tell you my final thoughts before this series gets underway. And so, without further ado, let's begin, shall we? So I've got a lot of talking points about this video, especially on Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, the companions, the music, the storylines, the new TARDIS, the new writers, pretty much everything. And so we're going to start off with one of the things that I'm really pleased that they've decided to do this. Doctor Who will air on a Sunday for the first time in its history. And I am really happy with that, because in the last few years, Doctor Who hasn't been getting the views, hasn't been getting the viewing figures that it should do, because Doctor Who is a top show and it deserves to be on a Saturday night. But since with the recent dramas and Strictly Come Dancing taking up all those slots, and Doctor Who in the last couple of series had to be shifted and rescheduled around to fit in the BBC slot points. And so for me, I felt that Doctor Who was pushed around way too many times to fit in the BBC schedule. So for me, Doctor Who on a Sunday is a much better option, because many people would expect Strictly Come Dancing to be their main thing on a Saturday night, and many other shows after that, as well as the football coming up as well on a Saturday. But also on a Sunday, there's very little bits on a Sunday apart from the one odd drama or two, and I think it's always been a fight for that Saturday night slot. And with the Sunday slot, I think it will be a lot easier, and I think with the hype over Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, I think there'll be a lot more viewing figures this year. So I'm hoping that with the Sunday slot points, there'll be a lot more viewing figures, and I hope that Doctor Who will become a main top show on a Sunday. So that'll be a fantastic achievement. Now, the next one I want to talk about is Jodie Whittaker. Most importantly, she's going to be the main star of the show, and my opinions have changed on her. Look, I think when Jodie Whittaker was first announced, and you can see the first video that I did reacting to Jodie Whittaker, that was like a year ago. I kind of regret doing that video, but I kind of got a lot of praise for it and a lot of stick for it. But I think my opinions on Jodie Whittaker have now changed. I've been watching a lot of interviews with Jodie Whittaker, and she comes across very friendly, very quirky, very playful and enthusiastic, which I think personifies Jodie Whittaker as a whole. And I think it summarises her Doctor in a way, because when Stephen Moffat decided to bring Peter Capaldi, Stephen Moffat gave Peter Capaldi the choice of giving him his freedom to express his character. But for the first series, in Series 8, Stephen Moffat decided to go for a more dark approach with Peter Capaldi's Doctor, which I think not everyone liked it. But I did, because I was a big fan of Peter Capaldi's, and I think the dark tone of his Doctor really worked for me. For others, maybe not. But I think Peter Capaldi's Series 8 Doctor was kind of forced, which I kind of got the feeling that Moffat kind of forced Peter Capaldi to go into that dark side, and then he realised his mistake, and then Series 9 became almost like playful and happy again. And then again in, like, say, in Hellbent and also Face the Raven, got very angry, and that was like not the Doctor who we know and love. And I think with Jodie Whittaker, I think if she just be her normal self, and as you watch her in many interviews, she would be just completely the same person. I think, for me personally, Jodie Whittaker will do very well this series. Again, it's all about delivering a brilliant series for everyone, because everyone will be watching you and judge you and stereotype you, whether you've done a good job on your first episode, or whether you're good enough to continue for, like, say, for the next few series. So it's all about that judgment, whether you like Jodie Whittaker or not. So it's going to be a real turning point, and Jodie Whittaker, hopefully she's done a fantastic job and delivers a really great first episode, which gives everyone the chance to be hooked up. And I hope that many people will lighten up to Jodie Whittaker, and therefore maybe lighten up to the whole series and look forward to maybe an exciting roller coaster of adventures with Jodie Whittaker. So I really hope for the best for her. As long as Jodie Whittaker's being herself and she's doing Doctor Who the way she wants to and the way that Chris Chibnall wants her to do, then I'm more than happy to respect Jodie Whittaker. And of course, it's Doctor Who. She has all that excitement, and of course, on her first day, it was really, really emotional when she got the part. And I think it's for her realizing that she is Doctor Who now, and as long as she does the job, and I think she needs to stop realize it is Doctor Who, but get on with the job. Although it is Doctor Who and it is Doctor Who, it's all about that controlling the excitement as well as performing your best. So I think that's a lot of things when it comes to a new actor becoming the Doctor or an actress becoming the Doctor. There has that excitement levels which have to be handled really, really carefully in order for them to perform an excellent job. But I definitely have belief in her and faith that she will deliver a great series for all of us. Next up, I want to talk about the companions. Now, I haven't been talking about many of the companions for a while because I've been keeping it right towards the end, because I think for me, all of the companions, they have to prove their point in this series, and I know all of them will do, but it's like, I think for me, Bradley Walsh as Graham, I think he'll be really, really good. And of course, being the presenter of The Chase has a lot of views, and I think he'll be one of the most, interesting characters, I personally think. For me, Bradley Walsh as a character, he has to be somebody who is a bit reserved and a bit naive at times. So I think it just really depends on what happens with, like, say, the writers are picked as different personality with Bradley Walsh. I almost said David Bradley there. Goodness me, I get both of them mixed up. I keep on getting a mistake with David Bradley and Bradley Walsh because they both have Bradley in their name. I keep on forgetting which one am I talking about. Oh, I do have that little mixed bag of forth. I'm thinking, wait, is David Bradley in it? No, it's Bradley Walsh. For goodness sake, get yourself together, Alex. Now, I also want to talk about Tosin Cole, who plays Ryan. Now, I think, for me, I really like him, and I think having a companion who is black, I'm not trying to say that is a bad thing, but I am really, really happy that it's like Mickey all over again. Mickey at first was a bit crazy and a bit scary, but then a bit scary. Why am I calling Mickey scary? No, he acted like a child. He was a bit childish. That's what I meant to say. But he acted very, very scared. But then when Series 2 came along, he got his confidence up. And I think with Tosin Cole, I think it could be the same with, like, Mickey. Because I think he might have the same story as Mickey, but I think it might be slightly different in a way. But also I think Mandip Gill, who plays Yasmin as well, will get to know all of the companions, and they'll have a part to play in this entire series, I think, because for me, at the moment, there's not a lot to go on with all these other companions. I think if they just take it each episode by each episode, I think I'll get used to them more often. But I think for me, Bradley Walsh and Tosin Cole seem like the standout companions, and I think at the moment, Yasmin is a bit of a mystery to me, but I am interested in her character. So next up, we're going to be moving on to the storyline for this series. Now, I saw in an interview with Jodie Whittaker that she says that all of the episodes will embrace both old and new stories together. And I think that'll be really, really good, because it's like she's opening up Doctor Who for everyone to enjoy, and so that people can experience the old classic Who as well as the new Who, but in a combined fashion. So it feels like classic Who and modern Who combined together to form a brand new series. And I think that's really, really good. I don't know what the actual theme is, like, say, a theme for this series. I don't know if, like, there's an upcoming plot points, but who knows? I think plot points in this series, I think, for the moment, have to be done slowly and then build themselves up to, like, say, episode 10, where it has to be like a big massive finale. But I think for the moment, episode 1 should be morely concentrating on Jodie Whittaker. Nothing more than just what could be like a simple small little plot point. That could be fine, but if it's like a major plot point, I think that's doing a bit too much on episode 1. I know you want episode 1 to be outstanding, but I think the most outstanding bit of episode 1 should be about Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. So I definitely think that there'll be a plot point somewhere in this series, but I really am looking forward to every single story, because in all of the trailers you get to see a different location, a different monster, or a different opinion about Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, and you sort of have, like I said, it's different opinions about her in different episodes, whether you may like her one episode and dislike her another episode. So it's getting that balance of whether liking Jodie Whittaker, you may not be fully liking her, but there'll be like a balance of whether there'll be stuff that you like and some stuff that you don't like. So I definitely think there'll be a mixed bag of whether she can balance out her personality and whether she delivers, like say, each story goes by, see how she reacts and see how she reacts to the different planets, the different people that she meets, and all the different monsters that she encounters on her journeys. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the music and the theme. Now, I think his name is Segun Akinola, who is the music composer for Series 11, and I have to say, I'm really excited for his brand new music. And of course, he's taken inspiration from the classic theme back in 1963 to make up his own new version of the Doctor Who main theme, which I think will definitely embrace the old and the new Doctor Who as a whole. So for me, I really liked Maurice Gold's music. I thought it was really good. But like I said, I think it was up to Series 9 and Series 10 where it got very stale. It kept on repeating the same stuff, but then add like a little tweak onto it. But I think Segun Akinola might add a different dilemma or a different diversity to the Doctor Who franchise music as a whole, because I think that he's one music composer who takes his time, and like I saw him in a lot of these interviews. Like I said, I'll link some of the interviews in the description down below so you could go out and check them out for yourself. And I think that he has a lot of honor for the original theme, because I think the original is always perfect no matter what. It's such an iconic theme. I really liked Peter Capaldi's intro, and I also loved the theme tune as well, but I thought that was really good because it was like something new I've never seen before. But then again, it's always like with a new Doctor, you have a different intro, a different theme for the Doctor, and it's just something that I really want to get a taste of, because I'm really looking forward to how he approaches all of these different scenes with characters and different settings, and how he can set the tone really well with this music, and how he can make the main theme such an iconic theme that everyone will be whistling to it in their heads. So it's always about bringing that inspiration from the classic series and making it up with a modern theme, a modern twist to it, to really make it a refreshing taste to the show almost. So definitely, I think it's worthy enough to have a brand new theme, something that's brand new, something that's fresh, something that's really exciting and new. So I think for me, Segun Akinola is a really great music composer, and I really cannot wait to listen to his music. I think it's going to be amazing. Next up is the new writers. Now, I don't think there's much to talk about this one, because I don't actually know all of the writers, which is a bit of a shame really, but all I can say is that everyone wants brand new ideas for stories, something that has never been done before, because Doctor Who is a show that does the impossible and does things out of no context whatsoever. So they literally go bold and daring with these stories. I'll be really happy, because for me, if you're going to really succeed on Doctor Who, you need to come up with a story idea that works, but you can twist it on its head and you can make it so fantastic. They want to create things that nobody would ever think of, but then you twist it on its head, and then you create something brand new for the show. So for me, definitely the new writers are definitely going to be exciting. I don't know their names, I don't know what they've done before in the past, but all I know is that I'm expecting brand new bold ideas from these writers, and I'm expecting some great work from them, because Series 10, we got a lot of repeated writers to do other stories, and I think some of the time they had great ideas, but it's like the execution, for me, it just didn't work. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong with like writing. It's not only just the writing that can go wrong, but it's like how it's executed. That's going to be one of the main things that I think everyone will be expecting. Whether stories arcs can work, but can be executed really well, that makes up a whole story, and that really boosts and profounds that entire idea of that particular story. So I think it's definitely a challenge for these new writers. Next up, we've got a new TARDIS. Now, I think they have rumoured that Jodie Whittaker is making up a brand new TARDIS. So Peter Capaldi's old set, of course, it was already destroyed in the last little bit of Twice Upon a Time when he regenerated. So I believe when Jodie Whittaker travels in the TARDIS, I think it might have a new look. I definitely think it will do, because I think when it comes to every single Doctor, you have to have a new look no matter what. It's pretty much essential, because it would really reflect on Jodie Whittaker's Doctor as a whole, but also it will give a new kind of look to the show. It will make it look refreshing and cinematic in a way, and especially talking about cinematic feelings, the whole show, definitely for me, and I've spoken it many times in my 5 things that I'm most excited for Doctor Who Series 11, it's definitely the quality and the outstanding cinematography of the entire show. It's going to be absolutely amazing of how this entire show looks like a movie. It should be in a movie. It should be in a cinema where everyone can watch it in, like, say, HD definition, and it's just absolutely stunning to watch. So me, it's definitely a high point for Doctor Who this year, that the quality is going to be amazing, but can that quality connect with the stories, with the execution, and everything with that? This series is going to have 10 episodes, which are going to be 50 minutes long, whereas the last few series, each episode has been 45 minutes, but there's been 12 episodes. But the first episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, will be over an hour long, so that'll be really good. But I think extending each episode by 5 extra minutes and reducing the episodes to 10, I think for me works better. It's good having an idea, and it's also good having a middle section, but also like the final outcome. How are you going to finish it? It must be finished perfectly, otherwise it is going to be another disappointment, because that's what people hate about a finale in Doctor Who, is whether you're going to get a result or you're going to get a disappointment. It's going to be either which way. For the last few days, my feeling and the excitement for Doctor Who has definitely changed, and for me, I don't feel as hype or excitement like other people do. I think other people have their other reasons to be hyper and to be really eager and excited for this brand new series. But for me, it's been really difficult, because I've been feeling really strange over the last couple of days, because it's like Doctor Who is only a week away, or it's like only a few more days away until Doctor Who starts, and it's like I can't get myself excited, because I know it could be the series that could possibly end Doctor Who if Jodie Whittaker doesn't put in a performance, or it doesn't really work out. So it's like I have that gut feeling that Series 11 is going to hopefully be a fantastic series, but if not, it will be such a controversial series, whether people like it or hate it, and it's just, I want this series to do well, but it's like that gut feeling that you have, like, something's wrong, something could go badly wrong in this series. I'm not going to lie about it, I really want this series to be one of the best shows on the BBC in 2018. I really want it to be one of the top shows that people talk about every single day. I'm really looking forward to it. Make sure that you get yourself home definitely before 6 o'clock. I'll try my best to get home by 6 to get yourself ready for Doctor Who Series 11. It's going to be an absolutely amazing series, but also make sure that if you're going to be missing Doctor Who, make sure you have it on tape, because the next thing you know, when you go on Facebook, everyone's going to be saying all of the spoilers, all of the things that happened during that episode 1, and you don't want to know. Do not go on Facebook, do not go onto any social media if you've not seen the first episode of Doctor Who. I just hope that people respond to it in a positive way. I don't want this series to be taken the wrong way. I think this series has a lot of great things about it, and I think for me it will definitely be a great success if people respond to it like it's really good. They like the tone of it, they like the movement, they like the pacing of it, they like the characters, they like the Doctor. Everything about it will become so much better if people have a positive response to this overall series. And finally, this is not Series 11 related. I don't know how to respond to this. It's like the BBC taking cheap shots at Peter Capaldi in an article where it was basically talking about Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, but then at the end of the page there was a saying of where Peter Capaldi, after his 4-year tenure as the Doctor, who certainly wasn't universally loved. How do you respond to that? Well, BBC, I don't know why they're stabbing Peter Capaldi in the back, because they don't know that Peter Capaldi is my favourite Doctor. I mean, I will do a video on it, why he's my favourite, but the reason why I am pointing this out right now is because this has been one of the most heated situations on Twitter, on social media, because people are really getting sick and tired of the BBC getting involved with things that they don't know about. And I think for me, everyone, especially some other people, they were defending Peter Capaldi for being a great Doctor. It was only like the writing that was like the weakest parts of like Peter Capaldi's era, because the writing wasn't that good, so they could blame Stephen Moffat. I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm just blaming the BBC. Don't take cheap shots again. Don't mock doctors like that, because it's like you mocked Tom Baker. No one would dare mock Tom Baker, because he's a legend. He's an absolute freaking legend. No one would disrespect all of the Doctors that have worked pretty much throughout the classic series, and you blame them for doing boring stories or really terrible stories, because you can forgive them, because back in the day they only had limited money. So for me, it's really stupid how the BBC think it's okay to disrespect one of my favourite Doctors, and I think personally many people's favourites, because people really adored Peter Capaldi's Doctor. I mean, obviously the writing again is the issue. You may think that Peter Capaldi was the issue. No, definitely not. It was not his fault that the stories weren't good enough. It was just the writing that was just poorly executed. So BBC, if you're watching this, or if you're even listening to this, don't go taking cheap shots of any other Doctors that you know of, saying, oh, they've not done Doctor Who before, oh, they've not done a really good job on the show, oh, they've done a really terrible job, oh, they're not universally loved. I'm only going to say this, fuck off. Fuck off, out of your business. If you don't know what Peter Capaldi has done for Doctor Who, don't say, because really he's done a fantastic job. And do you even have the level of respect? That's the thing that some people can't get their head around. Why are they disrespecting the 12th Doctor like that, where they pay so much respect to other Doctors? Why is it just on him that gets the stick? Hey? I don't know, I really don't know, but that was pissing me off yesterday. I was pretty much on Twitter for the last few days tweeting about this, and I was really getting freaking frustrated with the BBC, and I am going to go absolutely raging mad if the BBC calls out another cheap shot like that ever again at Peter Capaldi, my favourite Doctor. Then pretty much I'll squash them like a piece of lasagna, or like a pudding brain, pretty much. That's all I've got to say for this video, guys, pretty much. It's been a real stressful time for that little bit, but I hope you have enjoyed this fantastic video of my final preview for Doctor Who Series 11. Please like this video, share, comment and subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. Now please, can you do me a favour? Just please comment down below if you want me to do live stream reviews or reviews in this format, because I'm thinking with the time that I may not have at work, maybe a live stream review will be more beneficial for me. And plus, I need to do more live streams, and I think for me, talking as honestly as I am right now, I think for me it will be a great opportunity to do more live streams. But I think I'll do more live streams as a review on all of the episodes of Series 11. Would you like that? So please comment down below all of the things that you would like for me to do with these upcoming reviews, because I think for me, doing a live stream as a review would be a great opportunity, and it means I won't have to write a script for the next couple of days and then produce it or like even edit it out. Really, all I can do is just pretty much talk to the camera and speak honestly about Series 11 and what has happened and stuff like that. I may do it within like the next couple of days just to get people to watch it, and then within like the next couple of days I'll do a live stream review and let everyone speak their thoughts truthfully about Series 11. So yeah, definitely please comment down below if you want me to do more live stream reviews on Series 11. Please definitely do that, and like I said, please like this video, share and subscribe to my channel for more awesome Doctor Who content. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time guys, I'll see you all for the first episode review of Doctor Who Series 11, The Woman Who Fell to Earth. I hope you're excited for Doctor Who Series 11. Make sure you get back home early to watch the first episode. It's going to be awesome. Trust me guys. Just give Jodie Whittaker a chance, and maybe you could be more lightening up to Jodie Whittaker, and you never know, this series could be awesome. Thanks very much guys for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care everyone. Goodbye.